welcome back to my channel. My name is Maggie. Today I'm going to be sharing a goal update with you. So I set 20 goals for myself at the beginning of the calendar year, and I'm excited to update you. I meant to update quarterly, but I missed Q2. So I did an update after Q1, and then I've got 2 quarters now to update you on as we are in the beginning of Q4. So exciting stuff. I am very much a checkbox list type of person. So this is the type of goal setting that works best for me. I do have some fun visuals prepped. So I will be putting screenshots of progress bars and stuff like that just to enhance our conversation a little bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. So I'm going to pop up the first chart here. So each goal here has a couple of different shades of blue indicating each progress between quarters. So let's go ahead and start chatting through them. So goal number 1 is to spend 500 hours outside. I was inspired by the 1,000 hours outside challenge that I saw going around, usually with children and families, but I thought I could spend more time outside. That's something I would like to challenge myself to do. I do not know if I'm going to hit 500 hours. That turns out is a lot more time. Oh, my eyes itchy. A lot more time than I thought it was. So in Q1, which is winter where I live, January, February, March, pretty darn cold, spent 14 and a half hours, give or take, outside. Q2 with the springtime and early summer, April, May, June, I spent 130 hours outside. That also included in June, my husband and I got married and we went on our honeymoon to Hawaii. So we had a lot of meals outside, which was nice. We had a lot of time at the pool and just laying in the shade. So we bumped up our hours there because of all of that time outside. And then in Q3, I spent 157, almost 158 hours outside, 157 and 54 minutes to be exact outside, which was cut a little bit short. Some of you may know if you follow me. My husband had some health issues come up in August, so we spent fortunately quite a bit of time at the hospital, and everything is so much better now. We're home and back in our normal routine, but it took away from a prime summer month for us and being on the boat, but that's okay. So right now I have a total of 302 hours and 52 minutes outside, which is 60.57% towards the goal. I am going for walks every morning right now, so I am getting about a half hour outside every day, but soon, once the snow starts, it might get too icy for me to do that. So my goal is just to try to spend at least a half hour outside each day right now, try to get some more hours in, and we'll go from there. So that is goal number 1. Goal number 2, I completed in Q2, and this was to have 4 unique experiences. This was really just kind of in the mindset of trying something different, doing something other than going out to eat with friends. So in Q1, I did a submarine tour, which was really cool. My husband and I went to an ancient bath place in New York City. My best friend and I did a ring making class. And then when we were in Hawaii, we went to a luau, which was really fun and different. So I am now at 100% at this goal. We have met all 4 of those experiences, and we have continued to do different things. We've been to the symphony. We've been to a different art class. So I'm just enjoying kind of pushing myself to find other things to do that are just a little bit different, you know? All right, number 3 is to read 2 books. I know some of you out there are avid readers. I am not. I really struggle with reading. So I have read 1 book so far this year. I read it when we were on our honeymoon. It was called The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager. And I do have another book that I hope to read from the same author over our vacation coming up in Thanksgiving. So hopefully that'll become 100%, but I'm currently at 50%. Number 4 still has 0 progress, unfortunately. So this is to watercolor 30 pages. I have these books for watercoloring. I have the watercolors. I have the paint brushes. I have all the supplies because I bought this during the pandemic. And I haven't really made any progress here. So maybe that's something I can pick back up. I like it in theory, but then when I think about setting it up and then cleaning it up, I just don't know. So we'll get there, but so we'll see if I end up really getting to this one, but it is, again, just kind of finding something different for me to do with my time. Goal number 5 is to have 10 game nights. My husband and I enjoy having game nights. We particularly love Scrabble. So we were at 20% at the end of Q1. And then during Q2, we played a bunch of Scrabble on our honeymoon. We actually kind of started the day that way. We'd go to breakfast. I'd get a coffee to go and bring it back to our room. We had this beautiful balcony that was part of our suite that we got upgraded to. And we'd play Scrabble there in the morning because with the time difference, we were just up super early every day. So it was nice to sit there. We played Scrabble outside every day. And yeah, I just have fond memories of that. So we do plan to bring Scrabble with us on our trip to Miami that we're taking this fall. So maybe we can do something like that again. Now I'm at 80% with game nights. So that is totally fine. I guess game mornings count too. And I'm just looking at my planner. I keep these little trackers of boxes that I can color in as I achieve things. It's really motivating for me. So that's just what I am kind of looking at as my cheat sheet. All right, let's move on to the next set of 5 goals. Number 6 is to travel outside of my home state of Minnesota 6 times this year. We did have other plans that kind of changed over the summer with my husband needing some medical attention, but I have traveled 4 times, so I'm at 66%. And we do have a trip, like I said, planned for Thanksgiving, so that'll be another one, and we'll see if I can squeak in another trip or not. If not, that's okay. We do enjoy traveling. My husband typically travels for work, so I have a lot of opportunity to hop on his work trips if I'm feeling stir crazy at home. Number 7 is to try 3 new foods. I completed this in Q1. This was a really fun goal for me, so I'm definitely going to include it in my goals for next year. So I'm been at 100%, continue to try some other things, just not tracking it. So A+ there, I guess technically some extra credit. Number 8 is to have 6 self-care appointments. Now, I did complete that in Q3, so I'm currently at 100%. In Q1, my husband and I got a couples massage. So then in Q2, for prep for getting married, I had manicure, pedicure, I got my hair done. We got a massage on our honeymoon. And then this summer, I also did get a facial. So that was really nice. And we do love a good self-care appointment. We've kind of started now when we do go on some sort of like vacation type thing to look for a spa and make that part of the special treat. So we're not really getting massages at home at our local spa as much anymore. We're starting to kind of tack it on to vacations, which is obviously, you know, luxurious and fun and all of that good stuff. Number 9 is to complete 100 workouts this year. And for me, this is just intentional movement. So like I said, I've been walking most mornings before work. So that counts as a workout, or when we've had to do some like pretty extreme yard work, I'm counting that as a workout. So anything like that works. At the end of Q3, I had 57 out of the 100. Again, kind of got a curveball with my husband's health conditions, but everything's back to normal. So I am reprioritizing. So I would have 43 to go. I know this month I've already worked out like 15 times. And as I'm filming it, it is the 21st. So I know that I can definitely get the 43 in before the end of the year. Number 10 is to have a physical. I had one scheduled and then a work trip popped up and I never rescheduled. So I still haven't rescheduled. So we're at 0% there. Number 11 is to keep a consistent skincare routine, which is doing my morning and evening skincare 90% of the time. I have a habit tracker app I can show you on my phone. It's really cool because you can build in your own trackers and you just kind of tap when you do things throughout the day. So this is what I use to track everything. And I have one line item for skincare and one line item for evening skincare and all the other things to help me keep track of all these goals. So at the end of September, my morning skincare percentage was at 94.8%. So I was crushing it there. PM a little lacking, 86.46%. So I think my problem with the evening skincare is sometimes I just wait too long in the day and then I'm exhausted and I just want to go to bed. But I found that if I do my evening skincare earlier in the evening, typically what I do is after we, eat dinner, we clean up, leftovers and dishes and all that. And that's when I do my evening skincare routine. And then I get into my PJs for the night. I'm like done for the night kind of. And that's been working out really well for me. So maybe I can catch up and just be super consistent the rest of the year. Number 12 is to find ways to give back weekly on average. So this is finding 52 giving opportunities this year. big, small clothing donations or, monetary donations, anything counts. So I am currently at 34 out of the 52, which is 65%. We did a lot of giving in Q2, some like bigger donations. And so I just need to get back into some smaller things that I can do kind of on a weekly basis to help my community. I do count when you go to the grocery store and they have the roundup for different charities. I count that. I like to do that. So yeah, I just kind of got to get back to it, but still over halfway at 65% completed. Number 13 is to donate blood. I have not done that, but I had, just as I was prepping this, I just booked my appointment. So that will be done before the end of the year. I used to donate blood really regularly, kind of like in late college and then right after college, because I found out I have type O negative blood. So I have a universal blood that can work on anybody, and I think it's just a nice thing to do. I unfortunately no longer live near a blood donation center, and there's not really drives that come near me either. So this is something I have to coordinate when I'm in the city, which doesn't always happen. But I did just book the appointment for the next time we're going to be in the city, so hopefully I'll have that without any problems, and I'll be able to donate blood this year. Number 14 is to work with 10 customers. I do have, for my work, I am assigned customers or clients to work with and bring them through different projects. So my goal this year was to work with 10 different customers to get a little bit of variety. I don't have a ton of control over this because my manager assigns, workload to me and my peers, but I have worked with 9 so far, which is great, considering a couple of the ones I have on my list are long haul type projects. So that's great that I'm still getting some variety and some smaller projects mixed in there. So I'm at 90%. And then goal 15 is to have a debt-free wedding and honeymoon. I'm very proud to say my husband and I paid for our wedding and our honeymoon in full. I mean, we used credit cards, to get all of the points. That's actually a hack we did. We signed up for the Marriott credit card when we got engaged and then put all of our, prep expenses, the dress and the tux and the photographer and all that stuff on that card. We paid off in full, but then we got a ton of points and we used all those points at our resort in Maui to get free accommodation. So that was totally the best route for us anyway. And I'm really proud that we had a debt-free wedding. We left with no expenses overhanging us. Actually, we had a little bit of money left over from what we saved. So really proud of that. So that is 100% done. We're only getting married once, so that's behind us. Goal 16 is to save $4,500 for the wedding. That was the last bit I had to save before the wedding. That is done, of course. Number 17, complete our prenup. We did get a prenup agreement. That was done before the wedding, of course. So that is at 100% completion as well. Number 18, increase my 401k retirement contributions. I got a raise earlier this year, and then after we got married, I did increase my 401k contributions by a good amount. I'm really proud of that. So that is also done for the year, 100% completion. Number 19 is to max out my HSA, my health savings account. The maximum is $4,150 for this calendar year. This comes out of my paycheck, so I don't front load it or anything because I get a match from my employer. So I want to make sure I get the match all year. So this is one that is in progress, but it'll be 0 to 100%. It'll be just done at the end of the year. And then goal number 20 is to have rollover cash at the end of each month. I have a certain amount of money that I pull out of the bank just to have in cash for, spending. And my goal is to always have at least $1 left over at the end of the month. And I do savings challenges on my channel, if you're not familiar, where I, put those aside, and it's just, a little bit more fun that way. So I have met that. I'm at 75% every single month. I have had rollover, which I'm really proud of. So that is kind of the quick and dirty update of all of my goals. Overall, though, of my 20 goals, 7 of them are at 100% completed. So that's 35% already done. 10 or 50% of my goals are in progress. So I've started them in some sort of capacity. And then I have 3 goals that I have not started at all, and that is 15%. So I don't know that it'll be perfect. That's not really my goal. These lists of goals are really just to help me kind of inspire myself throughout the year and have different, motivations to do different things. If I don't complete all of them 100% by the end of the year, that's okay with me, because doing any of these even halfway is better than what I think I would have done without setting the goal at the beginning of the year. So that is my update. I hope to have exciting update for you at the end of the year or beginning of next year, depending kind of how my filming schedule works out. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I'd love to hear from you in the comment section how your goals are going. Have you shifted this year? Have you made a bunch of progress? Have you forgot about them? Let me know what's going on for you in the comments. I'd love to hear from you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.